Welcome back to A Big Alchemy. Man, I just want to run over some projects I'm thinking about doing, or I'm going to attempt to do. I'm definitely going to attempt to do it. Hope I got a 6 in here. Yeah. Man, I'm using this Pittsburgh thing. That's the world I live in. I got 3 hardware stores in my town. I got a Harbor Freight, I got a Lowe's, and I have a HCI. And HCI used to be the place you could go get American-made tools at Eckland, all kinds of good stuff. But man, I went to Lowe's first, figuring I'd pick up something. They didn't have a T6 in the house, not aside from that crappy little Craftsman set that they sell that's very similar to this, for like $6. And every time I use the 6 out of one of those sets, I strip it out. Like one of these screws on a pocket clip or something like that, it'll strip out. So I went to HCI, asked them if they had an Eckland. I know that stuff's made in America. Used to use that all the time. One of my favorite brands of like hex wrenches or Allen wrenches, or whatever you want to call them. But wound up having just a, they didn't have a T6 in that whole store either. They said T9's pretty small. You sure you need a 6? I was like, yeah, man, I need a 6. Wound up talking to my maintenance tech that works on our diesel trucks. He got a account with Matco and Snap-on. And I told him, I said, well, just order me some Snap-on. So I want some American-made. He said, most of that Snap-on stuff ain't, the hand tools ain't made in America anymore. He said, I won't go with Matco. I said, all right, that's fine. So we got 3 Matcos on the way. And I'm definitely cool with that. I didn't get a whole set. I bought them individually. A little bit more expensive that way, but I doubt I'll ever need the T1 to T5. But just in case I do, I got some of those on the way too. I actually ordered, wow. What are you doing, dog? Dog done snuck up on me. The Matco's not made in America either. Made in Taiwan. Got no problem with that. A little transparency would be nice. Which I don't buy tools that often, but I learned it in a forum, and the post was kind of old, so obviously this is, Jesus. Is this screw even screwing? I might be cross-threaded. So I wound up breaking down, just ordering straight from Eckland, and I got a whole set. I was like, I'm not gonna order. So I got some Matcos on the way, and I got some Ecklands on the way. These screws. Probably me. I'm trying to watch what I'm doing through a camera. But about this knife right here, this is a Cold Steel Model Crawford 1. And it's a budget knife, man. It's like $30-something. I carried it this week, and the only complaint that I have about this knife, but it's a big one. It's a very big. I'm gonna keep some pressure on it. Just turn the knife. Very big complaint is this rubber here. The pressure point between this pocket clip and this rubber makes it almost impossible to get it out of your pants or your pockets. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna remove this rubber stuff. That wise man once told me they make a proper tool for everything. gonna remove this rubber stuff. Okay, all right, that's nice and easy. All right, I'll stick this over here for now. Wife's already in bed, so she's probably gonna be chiming in. But I'm gonna fill this in. I wanted to go flame maple. That's what I wanted to do. Used to do some guitar repair. That's why I got that soldering iron. And I was I was like, man, I'm gonna have to get another board, or I'm gonna have to get another station, you know, for the YouTube anyway. So I'm thinking about using this. I believe that they said this was bamboo, and this is a really thin piece of bamboo. I mean, it'll have to be. I'll have to plane it to get it to the right depth. Man, that can't be no more than 100,000ths or so. Maybe smaller than that. But anyway, I'll measure that, and then we'll cut out a little piece. I'm gonna do it for both sides. I'm gonna get the green stuff out of both sides, and I'm gonna try to make a piece out of this by hand. You know, I'm gonna cut it out, like jig it a little bit bigger than what it's supposed to be, and then sand it down until I get the parameter right. Hopefully I can do it in one piece. That's the goal, is to do it in one piece. And I'll probably try to choose an area that's, you know, like multicolored. Got some of that flaming in it anyway. I'm not really sure if it's real bamboo. I know it's split really easy. So I know it's not the strongest stuff in the world, but I figure what I'll do is I'll lacquer the back of it. I'll put something good on the back of it to try to keep it together. I mean, it's a $38 knife anyway. I like wood, you know, but man, this thing has got some excellent action, and it deserves a little bit more praise or whatever. I like it. I like it overall. It's great. And that lock that wasn't working, I figured out what was going on with that too. So like that lock, that safety works. If that's, you know, that was an important part. It was just a small a small fix. It didn't take 5 minutes, but oh, okay, you can't close it with that. Huh? It just kind of turns the knife into a fixed blade. All right, soldering iron is on. I don't know what the hell is about to happen. This is the 940 scales off my old Benchmade 940. I need to clean this up before I put heat to it. But what I want to do is I want to add some jimping. Just kind of like, I used to do that with the soldering iron with polymer, like Glocks and you know, stuff like that, like scales. Like I may have even done it with some G10 before on 1911 frames, or I'm sorry, 1911 scales. I'm not sure, because I like, first time I ever heard anything about G10 was when I bought this knife. So like, I didn't know what G10 was. It's all been plastic to me, but I don't know how the heat's gonna, what's going on. But I don't. I'm not entirely sure how the heat will. The soldering iron's doing something. Sorry, y'all. Will react to the the heat will react to the G10, and I don't necessarily think it's going to be like, I think the worst case scenario is going to smell really bad, maybe put out some gases that aren't too great. So I'm gonna test it on. I'm not gonna take the knife apart. I'm gonna test it on this Emerson. It's G10. I'm just gonna try to put a little something right there, just to see. I got the tip I'm working with. If you don't call it work, it's kind of like a shit. I can't think of the name of it. It's an edge. You know, it's kind of like a hot knife. You know, in essence. So it's not like my soldering points or whatever. I like Keep all those separate. So I don't really use this for soldering anyway. So like if I mess this tip up, ain't no biggie. But figure we would try to see what's going on here. Because I can't find anybody on YouTube that's ever jimped G10 scales with the soldering iron. And it may be a really good reason why you can't find that. I was talking to some of my friends and I was like, what y'all think? And they were like, I was like, you want me to get it on video? They're like, yeah. So today said, it don't count unless you get it on video. So we go, this is, the whole house is asleep. So nobody can laugh at me unless I burn the house down. So, they won't be laughing then, will they? So I'm gonna go for a line right here in this corner here. I'm not gonna try to be all artistic with this Emerson. I'm not worried about resale value on the Emerson. If it works, I'll do something with it, like as far as making it look better. But I probably won't do it all on camera. But 320 degrees was about my magic number for polymer. So I cranked it up to 333. Something's happening. Like, it probably take a while. Crank the heat up a little bit. Go up to 350. Let's go up to 350. And we're there. Just leave it there for a second. So I know you can use these stations to solder plastic, or weld plastic, I guess you would say. There's a lot of people that do that. I think the biggest issue is going to be the coloration. Like, it's definitely not black underneath here. And I can take this thing apart, and we can sand it and re-dye it and all that stuff if we get some jimping in here that we like. They sell black grit dye. And I'm sure that'd be fine. This isn't going to be a very precise line. I'll do a whole lot better off camera, because my arms are about as far as they can get away from me to make this work, so I can barely see what I'm doing. So I probably won't go much deeper than that. I didn't wet that. Okay. Well, it's evident you can do something. There's a little bit of texture there. It's not much, but we made a mark. So like some design can be done. I don't know if I can feel the mark. Yeah, you can feel it. It's not deep at all. May play around with some temperatures, and yeah, let's go with 4. If it'll go that high. Now 355 as high as we go. No. Okay, that's 4. Give it a second. I love this little machine, man. Anybody, I don't know where it's made. I didn't do a whole lot of research or anything. I got on Amazon and started looking at machines. Whenever I bought that, that's an Xtronic 3060 XTS. And I know they had several different models whenever I bought that one. And I don't remember why I got that one. It wasn't the cheapest, but I don't think it was the most expensive they had either. Like, different models come with different things. See what happens. I just leave it there for a second. What's it gonna hurt? I mean, we ain't damaging the integrity of the knife. And essentially, it doesn't really have any resale value. Just a budget knife. It's kind of stuff you want to test on before you go start screwing up factory scales on a $200 knife. Sorry if it's going to be a boring video for y'all. I don't smell anything yet, but the gases may be killing me without me even knowing it. Okay, well, we know we got a mark. And there's definitely that will work. You know, like after it's sanded down and stuff like that, it'll work. We'll be able to hand sand some of this when we get done, but it may require a lot more heat or a lot more patience. You know, like one or the other. You know, just gotta figure out exactly what we want to do. We just want to put some lines on it and kind of change the aesthetics, or if we actually want to put some jimping in there that actually helps with like grip and stuff like that. And I really don't have a problem with the keeping the 940 in the hand, because the 940 is a very, very, very thin knife anyway. So that's really not a deal. You know what I mean? I don't really need any jimping on it for those purposes. I think the majority of what's happening, you know, is I'm just taking this texturing off. That seems to be what's going on. It's like just the texturing is just coming off with the heat. Probably wouldn't hurt nothing dapping that sponge over there. I keep that tip clean. Definitely get it cleaned. Yeah. See, up underneath this black here, we got all kinds of different color stuff going on. I don't know how deep we get. Man, we ain't getting very deep. If we do anything with the 940 scales, I believe it's just going to be aesthetics. Like it's just going to be like, it's going to look more like a scratch, and it's going to look like a burn. I mean like a mold. Well, I'll play. This video is already getting up to like 20 minutes, so I'll play with it a little bit more off camera, and we'll see what happens. I'm gonna get this tip cleaned off so I don't ruin it. Anything else I was gonna discuss? There was something I was gonna discuss, but I can't remember what it was. I'm gonna turn this thing down. I guess that's it, y'all. No eggs. I'll title it in the video. Just dismiss this one. You know, to dismiss this video. That way you don't watch it for nothing. And I'll put it in the title. You know, that way you ain't gotta watch it all the way to the end. Find out there ain't no egg. You guys have a good night or good morning wherever you happen to be. I'll catch you on the flip side.